What is the Leaning Tower of Pisa and why does it lean? Let's talk about it.
It's a bell tower. Engineers and architects today still don't know why and how it's standing, because by all rights, it should have fallen over a long time ago. It was built in 3 stages over 199 years, from 1173 to 1372. This is what the original foundation looked like. It was only 3 meters or 9.8 feet deep, and the ground underneath was originally a boggy swamp, so it was very soft and sandy. And just a side note, Pisa in ancient Greek means marshland. The second floor was added in 1178, but the tower had already started to lean and sink, but construction halted due to a war with Genoa, Lucca, and Florence. We're lucky it did, because this allowed time for the tower to settle into place. It still leaned, but if it hadn't, it would have definitely fallen over if they had continued work on it. Construction halted and started over the 199 years. But the bell chamber was added and housed 7 bells in 1372. The 7 bells are one for each musical note on the major scale. And just a little side piece of history, Galileo dropped 2 cannonballs with different masses from the top of this tower to demonstrate the laws of free fall. There have been many attempts to fix the lean of this tower over the years. In 1934, Mussolini attempted to fix it. He had 361 holes drilled into the foundation and flooded it with 90 tons of cement. He owned the cement factory, by the way, and this did not work. In World War II, the tower was almost bombed because there were Germans using it as an observation tower. An army sergeant was sent to verify if the Germans were really there and fell in love with the area and said the cathedral was just too beautiful to destroy, and they called off the attack. By 1964, the top of the tower was 17 feet south of the base, so the Italian government began to take suggestions on how to fix the lean. But it wasn't until the 1990s when work began to help the tilt. Kind of.
They let Superman give it a try, but it just didn't move it enough. Like I said, by the 90s, it was leaning a lot, and you can see the picture from the 90s on the left and after the fix on the right. By the 90s, the tilt was at 5.5 degrees, and the center of mass was on the 4th floor. By all means, it should have collapsed. Engineers have no idea why it didn't. Holes were bored 40 meters into the bedrock, and they used steel cables to stabilize it. They pumped in liquid nitrogen to freeze the water below. But this caused the ground to shrink when it thawed, and the tilt worsened. It moved more in one night than it did an entire year. They then dug into the foundation and slowly removed the sand and clay, and the lean started in the other direction and now leans as it did in the 2nd century. The total lean was reduced by 10%, and that actually happened in 2001. It took some time for it to stop the lean. And by 2008, it stopped tilting altogether. The lead counterweights they used weighed 870 tons, and it helped strengthen the tower. And a little bit of side history, the Medici family did fund the building of the cathedral and the tower. A slight lean was left in the tower because nobody wants to go see the non-leaning Tower of Pisa. The government decided that they wanted to leave that lean so tourists will still come and be attracted to the site. It took a whopping $25 million to fix the lean, and I'm sure the government of Italy are happy to pay it, considering how much money they rake in from tourism each year.